everyone on earth should try selling on TikTok Shop and whatnot, just to see if they like it. I think that a lot of us love something, but we don't know it because we never tried it. The real fix for all of you that are stuck is curiosity. So many people here are lacking a gene, a trait called curiosity. Some of them have curiosity, but Mackenzie, you know what beats curiosity, unfortunately, in some people's body? Insecurity.
I feel like I haven't been productive enough, and I feel like I'm kind of making excuses like, oh, I got time, or just not being as productive as I know I could be. Like, I know I could be going harder in the paint. I'm just not.
First of all, what's going hard in the paint? Meaning, like, what are you trying to build? Your career, a startup, your personal brand? Like, what are you trying to go hard at? Because I can tell you right now, there is nobody that goes weaker in the paint than me when I don't like what the fuck I'm doing.
Right. And I think I've gotten good with that. Like, I've left toxic environments. I don't do anything that I'm not passionate about. So I'm doing what I love, but I feel like I'm not going as hard because I think it's like the family judgment of like, you're not doing it the right way, or you're not going down the right path kind of deal.
All right, so what are you doing, and what family members are saying what?
Yeah, I got on Whatnot, I've been having fun with Whatnot. I'm actually making, a decent money. Like, I'm kind of just all in on Whatnot right now.
And what are you
So that's
selling?
I got like Pokemon cards, I got like VeeFriends, anything, I go to Goodwill, I'll find like plushies and stuff, and flip that. So it's been fun.
What do you want to build?
So I want to be a music producer, like full time, and I think I was like halfway into it, but like the money wasn't really there. So then that's why I like pivoted, and I was like, okay, I just gotta, find my own path, or like, get free. I don't like clocking in 9 to 5, right?
Let's break it down even further. How many hours a day do you feel like you're working? No bullshit. Don't bullshit me or anybody else.
Yeah, like 6.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. 6 is enough if you want to make $30,000 to $50,000 a year. There's probably some sort of path to 6. And of course, there'll be people that will jump in and be like, if you create AI agents and efficient, you can work 1 hour a day and make a lot of money. I mean, like, anything's possible. But the way you delivered the 6, like, did not, like, I think you're right. The question is, I also think you might be using the judgment of your family as an excuse as well. And let me say something completely left field. Like, you don't need to build an empire. Like, let me ask you a different question altogether. Are you happy?
Yeah, like 98%.
Well, 98% is about fucking 60% more than most people on earth.
I'm lucky. I'm very lucky.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think, breaking this down, I mean, there's a lot of different things here. How old are you?
25.
So there's 100 different dynamics in play in this call. One, you do have time. Like, you could work 6 hours and like be 98. Like, I promise you that 100% of Earth would probably sign up for working 6 hours a day and being 98% happy. And that's the beauty of being 25 years old in a lot of ways. Like, but I don't fully believe you. Does that make sense? Like, meaning like, not that I don't believe you. I feel, what I feel intuitively on this call is you intuitively feel like this is not sustainable. Like, you can't, like, what you're doing now, eventually you won't be 98% happy, you'll be 9.8% happy, and you're probably trying to ponder a strategy to eliminate that vulnerability. Yes, no?
Kind of, yeah. I want to pivot back into music production. Like, I was mentoring people and I was making money, but I wasn't making as much as I'm making on Whatnot, if that makes sense.
Yes, and I think what also makes sense is do you feel like you're hungry and ambitious, or no?
I'm pretty hungry, yeah. I push.
Well then, yeah, I don't agree with you, because if I'm listening to you and you're only working 6 hours a day, you have the opportunity to work 10 hours a day, 5 hours on Whatnot and flipping, and 5 hours a day on music, and 10 hours a day at 25 is a piece of fucking cake.
Right.
And if you love them both, and if you're 98% happy, you would have the energy for that.
I got the energy. I think I'm just not doing it.
But why?
Again, I'm like, nobody in my family has done this, what I'm doing.
So? The fuck does that have to do with anything? Which one of your parents were non-supportive and kind of talked down to you?
My dad.
Great. That's the punchline of this whole conversation. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And the question becomes, are you gonna believe him? Or are you gonna fucking stick it to him? Or, the most healthy, are you gonna be empathetic that one of his parents talked in a negative way to him and completely disregard it and live your life.
The whole time I was just thinking like, be the bigger person, be the bigger person, be the bigger person.
Feel bad for your dad. Don't feel bad
Yeah.
for you. Feel bad that dad also had a circumstance. You know, empathy and compassion is an incredibly powerful thing, brother. One of the things I always rail on, and at my VCon keynote, I once famously said,
I was
fuck your
there.
grandparents.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So I really believe in that shit, brother. Like, instead of being mad at your parent, you can be empathetic to them. You can learn the power of forgiveness. You can learn the power of perspective. I think you're gonna have to attack this that way. Does that make sense? But 6 hours is not gonna get you to, you know, financial freedom or building, you know, that is not an ambitious number.
Yeah, so I need to double it. 12.
Yeah, and honestly, I think you should attack this dad issue. Whether you can watch this over and over every morning and it reminds you, whether you need to go even harder flipping so that you can save up some money to do therapy once a week, whether you read things, listen to things. Like, obviously I know the VeeFriends community has been a positive impact on you. That's been a foundation. There's more to go though. Like, I'm telling you right now, the excuse that your dad, you know, nobody's ever done it in my family, that's honestly, that has almost no validity, none. Almost everything that has ever happened in life has been based on someone doing something that no one in their family has ever done.
Right.
That's how it works. You know what I mean? That's a bullshit excuse.
That makes sense. Appreciate you, Gary.
Love you, brother. Stay well. Oh, you got rapid fire? Good. Mackenzie, talk to me.
Rhonda asks, how do you choose working on your side hustle instead of having any social life?
Friends, why does everybody think everything is so absolute? I have 800 side hustles. I have a social life. I have a main job. I'm a capable human being. When I was building VeeFriends, I saw no one, including my real job, right? I was all in, then I was done, then I was back. I don't understand. What is the matter with people? It is not fully absolute. It's not all or nothing. And it's not all or nothing forever. You could be all in on something for a while. Like that young man we just talked to. You could do the dad thing for 10 years and then do more creative stuff. And by the way, notice what else I said about tell me about your Friday night. And then on Saturday and Sunday, he is doing his creative thing.
What do you think is like your backbone for becoming successful?
The inability to listen to anybody else, regardless if it's positive or negative.
I love that. And what platform do you feel like is your most profitable platform being on after being on all of the platforms?
It ebbs and flows, you know, like that's what's so cool about day trading attention, right? The concept that I wrote my last book about. Things keep, you know, changing. You know, when I first came out the game, search mattered, email marketing mattered, you know, SEO, SEM, then it was MySpace, then it was Facebook, you know, Ustream used to be huge for me. Vine used to be important to me. Like, things change, but I think TikTok Shop and whatnot, you need to pound both of them. But TikTok Shop, why it's so amazing is you get discoverability.
Yeah.
People just find you. Whereas whatnot, as you're seeing, you won't have an audience because you got to drive the audience, right?
Yeah.
But learning, don't forget what learning is. Like, going on and spending 3 hours on whatnot and not selling much is learning. So,
No, I'm a big believer in that. Like, I love that I tell friends and people that have their social medias and they're like, well, I don't want to post on there. I don't want to, you know, like, what if I post? And I'm like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Nobody's going to see you if you don't post. But if you do post, the chances of you getting discovered as a business or having organic growth, you're shooting, you know, you get 100% growth chance if you're posting versus not posting anything at all. But
100%.
I feel like trying to just grow my business and do that on other platforms, TikTok Shop has been my most profitable platform.
So why are you trying to figure it out because you're scared that TikTok will get banned in the next 90 days? Is that foundational to the question?
Already seeing like what had just happened previously, yeah, that was super scary because I'm our family's sole income now. So that's my big driving force. So it's like, okay, what are the other options I do?
How many followers do you have on TikTok right now?
Right now I have 105,000 followers.
And on Instagram?
A little over 1,000.
Okay, listen to me. 2 times a day, I want you posting on TikTok, and I want you going live for an hour a day to just hang like I'm hanging now and tell every one of those people to follow you on Instagram.
Yeah. I feel like I have a hard time growing on Instagram, like the same videos.
No. That's not what I said.
I see what you're doing.
Yep, because I'm not letting you make up some bullshit. Let me say it, I'm gonna be like a doctor here. Dr. Gary is in the building. 2 times a day, I want you to post on TikTok and the entire make it creative, but the whole post is saying, follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
And I need you to go live for an hour a day, not selling, and just shoot the shit with your community and tell them 18 times to follow you on Instagram. That's it.
All right, question from Michelle. If you inherited your parents' company, but you weren't interested in the subject matter, what would you do, especially if you want to keep their memory alive and not just sell it? Very successful business, but you don't have the capital or credit to run it.
Literally listen to that question. They're not passionate about it, and they can't financially afford to run it because they have no idea what the fuck to do with it. And literally, you know one way to not honor your parents is to try to honor them and have that business go out of business. Because then you both fucking lost. You wanna honor them, sell the fucking business, take the money, and build something that you're passionate about. That would honor them more than that. If I heard that right, you don't like it and you can't afford to do it, the fuck are we doing here? The number one issue in society is people holding up an ideology that has no practicality in it. You don't even know if that's what your parents want. They're dead. Deep down, all the fucked up shit that parents do, it's all grounded in one thing. They just want their kid to be good. They're just imposing their own fears on their kids when they're fucking them up. Get a good job. Don't be an entrepreneur, because they're scared to be an entrepreneur. But what if your kid's a fucking entrepreneur? Clearly this kid's not an entrepreneur. This kid, their parents were entrepreneurs. They're not an entrepreneur, which is hence the question. Michelle, sell it. Sell the fucking company. Take the money and do something.
I'm an artist. I've been doing that since like 2012, 11. I've always wanted to be a film director and screenwriter. So I've been learning these things. Now, like I have an event that's on March 2nd and I'm blending the storytelling to the show. It's pretty cool, but now I'm kind of like, you know, resources, funding, all this type of stuff. So I'm doing it myself.
Yep.
And I feel like I'm in a place of just getting difficult to manage, you know, everything and doing stuff.
What's difficult? Remember, difficult is how you see it. Like, you know, so like to me, literally you were talking, no bullshit, Ish. I think you're gonna like, this could be interesting. I'm about to say something very weird. I want everyone to hear it. Ish, you were just talking and I was getting jealous. I'm not joking. I am at a point in my career, VeeFriends, Tea with GaryVee, anything I do now, everyone's like, oh, that's gonna be successful. And if it's not, it's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, being in that place where you're still in the beginning and you're building your thing, I'm romantic as fuck to that. You know, when you don't have the funds, when you have to get scrappy. Literally, we were in the office yesterday only talking about how we gotta get back to startup culture. That when you don't have money, you're doing it right. And when you do have money, you're doing it wrong. Let me give you an example. If somebody came around and be like, I believe in you and here's 100K, I promise you, you would waste that 100K in a way that would surprise you.
Okay.
So you know how it is, the grass is greener on the other side, right?
Yeah.
I was with some single friends and some married friends the other day at a party and everybody started laughing because the married friends wanted to be single and the single friends wanted to be married. It's like everyone just likes the grass on the other side. You need to enjoy this middle of the wall that you're in right now. You need to be excited and wake up and be like, somebody might come to this show. There might be 9 people at this show, but one of them might see this blend of fucking poet society storytelling, improv / music. Like you need to enjoy this part. You ever see interviews of artists that have made it and like they've made it? We're talking top 1%. And you watch the interview and you listen carefully and they're like, man, I miss when it was just my homie and me in the van and we were fucking grinding. Like, please fall in love with where you are right now. You're in the middle of the wall. I have a feeling you might get to the other side of the wall and you're gonna remember this interaction, be like, motherfucking Gary was fucking right. Like I got the money, I got certain things that I wanted, but I fucking miss that creative process. I miss a little bit of that unknown. I miss a little bit of that fucking dirt. I miss that. Go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you.
No, please.
If I can. I remember, what was it, back in 2019, I started doing shows at House of Blues, and I had this feeling where it was like, oh, everyone was happy, and then I was like, wow, I feel empty. Like, have you ever felt that?
Oh, you know, I haven't felt empty, and I think I'm gonna help you here. I've had so many crazy things happen in my life, and my brother makes fun of me for not popping bottles or smelling the roses, right? Like I don't feel empty, but I don't put accomplishments on a pedestal. I'm not trying to do it for the outcome. Like, I'm not trying to fucking, it's not about the bank account. It's not about the Grammys. It's not about the certified, verified account. It's not about 10 million followers. It's not about being stopped every second that I walk. It's not about being envied or being put on a pedestal. I'm in my grind. I'm doing it right now. Right now, as I'm with you, I don't need to be doing tea with Gary. There's 431 people on Whatnot right now.
Yeah.
I'm in the dirt. I like the process. I like the game. I'm not here for all of y'all. I'm not here for my dad like the last kid. I'm not here for the fans. I'm not here for nobody but me. I'm gonna do me. I wanna do me.
Okay. I appreciate that.
You understand?
Seriously.
Everybody else was happy, but it didn't fulfill you. Actually, I think that's why you can win. But you took it as a negative.
Yeah.
I take it when I'm like that as a positive.
Okay. Yeah, I think it threw off my barometer of like, okay, then what is the goal?
Correct.
And then it made me think about that.
Let me explain. The goal is not having it. Like I want to buy the Jets. That's on some, in 4th grade, I'd said something in school and it's funny. Let me promise you, nothing bad is going to happen in my life if somebody else buys the Jets one day.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you what my first post is gonna be when Sally Smith buys the Jets. Congrats to Sally, win me a fucking Super Bowl. I gave it a try, I didn't get there. On to the next thing. I'll go buy the Grady Knicks. The goal in life is to not create a goal that fucks you up.
Gotcha. Okay.
The goal in life is to like the fucking dirt every day.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting hyped. Like I got some stuff I gotta like. I'm so ready to do stuff. Like it was already before this, but
when you think it needs to lead to something, when it's in your soul and I can feel it in you, like look at this, I got goosebumps. I can feel it in you, Ish.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a goal. People are like, why am I not successful? I don't know. Maybe because you're such a dick face that you're not even clicking a button in the top corner to get $250 free shipped to you in the mail because you don't want to spend 3 minutes to post it on eBay and ship it out. What about the gas fees, Dustin? What about the gas fees? I'm gonna do trash talk heavy this year, fuck it. All right, what's the question, Mackenzie?
Okay. 6 million followers, but we haven't turned that into a real business. What's the best next move to monetizing?
By going on Whatnot and selling shit! Selling shit makes money! I'm out of here.
I'm 24. I have 2 kids, and I'm
Amazing.
balancing a W-2, building an agency, and running an esports business. I know my income-driven ventures will set me up for life, but I'm putting less time into my creative passions, like my personal brand and my fashion brand. Do you think I'm approaching this the right way with my age, having 2 kids, and the responsibilities by focusing on income now and letting my creative
Yes.
passion take a
Yes.
back seat? Okay.
Let me tell you what happened to my creative passion from 22 to 34. It was suppressed because I was building a business for my dad. You got responsibilities, bro. You're 24 with 2 kids. I'm proud of you, bro. Like, you're fucking doing the right thing. It sucks sometimes because I know you want to get that creative nut off, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes if you've got something really burning at you and you're excited, work on it at midnight. You know, like on a Friday night. Do you work on Saturday and Sunday or no? You got the weekend off?
Yeah, the agency and the app is what I focus on the weekends.
Beautiful. So you're getting a little bit of that, you know? And so, nah, man, I got to tell you, your temperament is making me feel very kind and comfortable and really good. And I just think it's a game of patience for you. And what you're going to be blown away by is those kids are going to be, you know, they're going to be 13, 14, 15 real quick. And they're going to want to hang out with their friends, not their dad. When that happens, you'll have more time to work on it and you'll be 35 years old. A baby.
For the fashion brand that I'm looking to build or I'm working on, I have tech packs and things like that. Do you think Whatnot is a good place to do live shopping or TikTok live with TikTok
I think
Shop?
I think both. I think both. TikTok Shop is in a lot of ways better because it allows you to get audience. Yeah, so you need 5,000 followers to get on TikTok Shop Live, right? So I don't know if you're at 5,000, you know.
Not on my personal, no.
Yeah, so you need to build that up. And so while you're waiting, come here and start building and start pushing people from social to here. Look what I'm doing. You know what's so funny? I always say, Mike, watch what I do, not what I say. So I say TikTok shop's better and everyone's like, I don't have 5,000 followers. Meanwhile, I'm here today on Whatnot, pushing people from my social to Whatnot. You go live on Instagram, you type in your Whatnot URL and pin it, then you go live on Whatnot, and you be on Whatnot, and you yell at everybody to come over. And that's how you build slowly. All right, who's next? Mackenzie?
We have Melissa.
Melissa.
61 female wanting to totally recreate myself. I have no products to sell. I work a 9 to 5 and my soul is slowly dying. Tell me the number one thing you would recommend I learn right now to launch a new life and a new career.
Everyone on earth should try selling on TikTok shop and Whatnot for a couple of hours just to see if they like it. Like, I think that a lot of us love something, but we don't know it because we never tried it. Like in our little circle right here, somebody here loves skateboarding, but doesn't know it. Somebody here loves cooking, but doesn't know it. Somebody here loves oysters, sweetbreads, uni, and caviar, but you're all scared to try it. I think people are scared to try shit. I don't know her like that, but I know she's 61. And you know, I'm the guy that's like, you know, everyone's ready for the joke of like, you got 40 more years. But I'm gonna say on the flip side, we're at 61 now. That's different than 16. Like, it's time for her to fucking fight. And she's kept it conservative, and I get it, she's a woman of that generation, but the real anecdote, the real potion, the real fix is curiosity. My friends, the real fix for all of you that are stuck is curiosity. So many people here are lacking a gene, a trait called curiosity. Some of them have curiosity, but Mackenzie, you know what beats curiosity, unfortunately, in some people's body? Insecurity. We need people trying more shit. What does she need to do? She needs to try more shit. She hates her 9 to 5. Maybe she should work a 7 to 9 bartending. Maybe she likes bartending. She could become a famous social media bartender. I don't know. Maybe she heard me right now and she's gonna set up a Whatnot right now and sell some shit out of her house. I believe garage sales, my beloved garage sales, are moving to live social shopping. I predict in 3 years, you will see thousands of people every Saturday morning, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people literally just running around their house and being like, all right, this pillow, $9, $9, 10, 11, 12. I predict that. And I think a lot of you should be doing that because all of you have a ton of shit in your house that you don't need.
When it comes, you know, to those challenges in life that you feel like burned out and you're doing same thing over and over and it's not working out, what should I do? How should I get better?
Take a break. Bro, I don't take breaks, but also I don't get burnt out because I am not looking for the result.
Yeah, I feel you. I really feel you.
I want to stay in this. Bro, I was working 18 hours a day for my dad's liquor store, 7 days a week through my entire 20s. That man paid me nothing because immigrant style. I don't blame Dad. He said, one day when I die, you'll get the business. That's why I don't pay you nothing. I go, cool, you're gonna live to 90, I'm gonna be 70. I gotta go do my own thing. But the reason I didn't burn out was I wasn't looking for the result.
Exactly.
I knew what my mission was, and at 22 to 34, I had one mission, to fucking pay back my parents for all the things they did for me. And then from 34 on, I started building for myself. Brother, there's a video that's going somewhat viral right now because Cass and Mike have a new book coming out called Shoveling Shit, and they tell the story of me starting VaynerMedia in their conference room, and people seeing it from their eyes, where Mike's like, Gary didn't have fucking money. It just hits different than me saying it. And so, why did I not burn out ever? Why will I never burn out? Because I'm not looking for a result.
Exactly.
The reason that people quit the gym is they want their muscles to be a certain way, their waist to be a certain way, the scale to be a certain way, and so they quit because they're impatient, because to do it the right way, it takes time.
100%.
The reason people quit business is because they want the fucking money, they want the things that money brings them. They don't love the fucking business. They love what the business gives to them. I don't like what the business gives me. I love my fucking businesses.
That's very hard, very strong. I appreciate it.
I love you, bro. Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Fall in love with what you do for real, everyone. Like, if you love it, it's a wrap. Think about everybody, close your eyes. Think of the person, no bullshit, that you love the most in the world. Okay, open your eyes. That person that you just thought of, they may annoy you once in a while, disappoint you, but you're never gonna be done with them. There's not a single day where I don't hate every one of my businesses. I'm in the business of just eating shit 24/7. All that happens in my life is headache, 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 but I love it. Think about the person you love the most. You'll never quit them. You guys don't love your businesses. You love what you think your business can do for you.